Yo guys, what is up? It is Mastaris here, and I'm bringing you here a special Halo 4 video. And I really wanted to share this to you guys. This map may look familiar here. This is indeed a Forge map of my creation, in fact. And I may have showed it before. And I did do a trailer on this map actually, and I was making this map. I was trying to make this map as brilliant as possible. And yeah, when I look back at it, I realized that there was some stuff missing in this map, and there was still a lot of room for improvement, and the map wasn't quite finished and wasn't quite perfect. So there was quite a few stuff which I had to eliminate and had to add in to make it a perfect map. So anyway, this here is called the Satellite Station. It's solely made for flood mode only. And as you can see, it's a very big flood survival map, and there's a lot of good transport routes and a lot of good stuff, a lot of good camping spots, a lot of ordnance weapons, and you can have a lot of fun on this map. Unfortunately, I haven't had the chance to test this latest version because basically I have no friends that play Halo 4 anymore. Well, no good friends at least, and yeah, apparently later on I might test out this map with some randoms, hopefully. I'm gonna go into flood mode, invite some people after quite a lot of matches, you know, something like that. So anyway, I'm gonna guide you guys through this map, and I'm gonna tell you guys every single detail about this map, and perhaps, if you guys want, you can download this from the file share if you do want. But anyway, this is Satellite Station. First we're gonna be discussing the game type for this. So basically, there'll be 4 loadouts when you spawn. Each loadout will have mobility on because it's a large map, and I think sprint is a big necessity of this map. So, loadout number 1, you'll start off with the assault rifle and the pistol, normal. Hard light shield, no grenades, mobility, and ammo. So, ammo to have some extra ammunition for your assault rifle. I put this for 3 classes. Loadout number 2 is the shotgun and a pistol with just mobility. No ammo, because ammo would make it overpowered this class. So, number 3 is the storm rifle and the pistol, and same thing, mobility and ammo. Loadout number 4, you can guess it's suppressor, mobility, ammo, and the pistol. And what you can do is, for mods that I put it on, is you can get in every single vehicle in this map. You can pick up every single weapon. There are ordinances on this map. And you can use your armor abilities, as I said before. And obviously, there's no team betrayal, there's no betrayals, and yeah, that's basically all I have to say about that. And so yeah, I'm gonna guide you guys through this map right now. So, basically it's a large map, there's a lot of stuff you can do here, and I'm also going to show you guys how. So basically, if survivors have benefited from the stuff of this map, and the flood are being benefited as well. So I took care to make sure that both teams are balanced, and it's easy for each team to access each area of a map. So let's start with the survivors. Guide you guys through the survivor spawns. So the survivors spawn in this area right here, and as you can see, this is the spawn area here. And basically, I had to put a death zone here, so survivors only have 10 seconds to escape the spawn area, otherwise they'll die. This is so they can't camp in here, so basically the flood can never get inside here, it's impossible. So I had to do it to stop people cheating, you know, and force them to get out of this area alive. If they die, they will turn to flood. That's a little bad thing, you know. So anyway, if you go to the teleporter, you'll spawn in here. I managed to make here a cool looking teleporter sort of thing, like some cool model, full awesome futuristic teleporter here. And so yeah, they can get here, they can jump off, and there's a lot of freedom in this area. You can move on to any camping spot you want. But first, let's move on to the flood spawn. So a flood will spawn here on the rock structures. So they can spawn here or here, and we'll get moving, and we'll be talking about their transport opportunities later. So let's first guide through the survivors. We're just gonna go through the survivors and then through the flood, basically. So survivors can go to this structure here. This structure has a Warthog gauze. They can take that to make their lives easier for some easy transport. They can use the Warthog to go over there or wherever they want to, or they can use the gauze cannon for extreme amount of damage against the flood. So anyway. And also you have the opportunity to camp in here. You can camp in this little room here. It's quite narrow, but yeah. And here you have a storm rifle spawn in this ordnance and a needler here, so you can get some ammo when you want to, or swap your gun for a needler. So anyway, you can go to this building here, which is the satellite station itself, and this is basically the ground floor of the satellite station. And this is the next camping spot. There'll be 2 shotguns lying here. Every single weapon will come in as an ordnance drop. You can pick them up and use them of course for your benefit. You can also camp in here, do a little last stand. I managed to block off every single window, so a flood can only come in from this area right there. And plus, the survivors will have to find their way through if they actually want to escape this area. It's quite difficult. And yeah, you can't get up there, but there is a canman up here. You can get up here and you can actually camp up here if you want and shoot some flood. You'll have a nice vantage point with your pistol and extra protection. So yeah, moving on to the next structure. This is also a mini structure here. You'll get here an ordnance drop. This is a carbine. You can just come here to get a carbine, but you can also go in this building and use it for camping, obviously. Camping purposes. I believe you'll find here a sticky detonator, but this is also one flood spawn as well, so you have to watch out for that. So anyway, moving on. This is here the big tunnels in the satellite station, so survivors can go through this area, and they can just follow the corridors. They just have to keep following this path, and here they can take 2 paths. They can take the path to the top of a satellite station, which I'll show you guys later. That area is the coolest part. I'll show you guys it as the very last thing possible. Or they can go in this structure here, so they can stay here. They can shoot some flood from down here if they want, but it's gonna be hard. Or they can just camp in corners like this here. So obviously a pretty good camping spot. There's a turret down here that they can take, and there'll also be a saw here. So people will definitely run here in order to get that saw, because the saw is a very good weapon, obviously, and it's a quite good camping spot to hold off, especially with a saw-mounted machine gun. So anyway, let's go. Let's get out of here. We'll come back to the top of the satellite station a little bit later. So, if you take the Warthog, you can go down here, and you can follow this area. There's a teleporter here, and there'll be 2 more ordnance drops. One will contain some suppressor ammunition and a bolt shot. Nothing special. But anyway, if you do manage to fall off and you do manage to land on one of these rocks, you will be benefited. Survivors can run up here and get onto this cannon, and the cannon will lead them directly back up here. So I thought about that as well. I'm a kind person, as you see here. And if you go to this teleporter, it'll be random. So you can spawn here or here. This is to discourage players from so there's multiple ways for flood to also come in as well. There's 3 areas for flood to come in here. One's from there. I'll discuss that later when we are going through the flood. So anyway, this is a cool little area to hold off here. So there's 3 sniper towers. If you go to this very far, the furthest sniper tower, you'll have here a binary rifle for your disposal. So you can use that, and you can snipe some flood. It's a one-shot kill, obviously. And here, there's a mantis here. And now, you might think that the mantis may be overpowered, but if you think about it, flood are very fast in this mod. They can jump on a mantis and just easily destroy it. Especially when there's a lot of them, they can just destroy the mantis. So it's basically not overpowered. I basically took care of that. I made sure that it wouldn't be overpowered. Plus, flood have first attack. It's gonna be very difficult for a mantis to coordinate. Also, I put here some gravity fields, some gravity up fields, so you can get it on the shade turret and use that if you want. So anyway, yeah, it's a very good area to hold off in. So moving on now to the final area of this map. So basically, before in the map you could get on this. ship before, but it was too large. It would make the matches go a little bit too long, even with this. As you can see, it's not that big, but it would make matches go a lot longer because people would be in a whole different bunch of different camping spots. So it will take too long, and the Flood would eventually get bored of having to travel everywhere. So I had to remove the teleporters in this, and I put them somewhere else to make transport for Floods easier in other areas. So anyway, this is basically just decoration and map, just a cool little something not special, but I made it look a little bit like a nice little cruiser. Inside you can see some computers, but obviously I don't think you can see it while playing. But it's just a cool little sightseeing, you know. I'll leave it now as some decoration on the map. So anyway, moving on. Now this is the top of the satellite station, and this is my really cool satellite. I made it really look like a cool satellite, and also this satellite, it's a very strong satellite, and it also can absorb solar energy for it to work. Has a really cool core, so I put here some station cores to make it seem like it's actually alive. The satellite station actually working and is alive. Put one up there as well. And if you come here, you will see a teleporter up here. This will lead you to a secret area. If you go through here, you can even spawn here. Or here. This is a very good area for Flood spawning. So humans cannot camp here and just shoot the Flood while they come in. And this here will benefit, this teleporter will benefit the Flood later. I'll discuss that later. So there's two areas that you could take. If you take this area, there's a little baby parkour and stuff you can do. I could actually improve it and make it a difficult parkour challenge, because here's a little reward. You can get a scatter shot here, and you can use it against the Flood. Scatter shot is a reward weapon you can get in this map for survival and for exploration. And if you take this area, you're in the final area. As you can see, you're on the ground, the satellite station. Now this is the ground floor up there where the shotguns were, and you can stay up here. And here will be a final scatter shot. If you climb up here, you can get a scatter shot. And there's no forge elements down here apart from a scatter shot. But this is actually a really good area to camp in and hold off against the Flood, and it's gonna be pretty chaotic. So that's all I have to say for this area. Let me just get out of here, because I need to get out of here. Sorry. Yep. Now we're gonna be moving on to the Flood, elements of this map. Show you guys how easy it is for the Flood to access different areas. So as I said, the Flood will spawn here, and now there are different teleporters here. So I put there 2 teleporters there, so to avoid people camping by the teleporter, just making it unfair for the Flood, but also to prevent this from happening at all. So 2 people could still camp those 2 teleporters, just kill a Flood coming. I made here a very easy access route, and also there's another way why the Mantis is not that overpowered. So Floods can get on the Mongooses. There's 3 Mongooses here, and a Warthog. The Flood will be able to access vehicles. They can take this route and go over there, and they can just destroy the survivors when they're basically in. So yeah, if a Mantis in that area is essential, you need to keep it alive. But it will be very difficult, as I said before. So Mantis is not overpowered. That's another little proof that it is not overpowered. So basically, yeah, that's basically all I have to say. And yeah, the Flood can also go for that teleporter over there, as I said before. Blah blah. And also, the Flood can jump up here. There's a little bit of holes. The Flood can drop down here and attack survivors from down there. So, and there's another hole over here. And since the Floods spawn here at the top, they can just jump around wherever they want to. It's easy access. Plus, you have here a little bridge connecting to a Flood spawn. You can get on the top of a satellite, so you can easily get in the teleporter. And then, as I said, this is basically a weird structure there. If a Flood can spawn here in that, or they can spawn here and they can just flank the survivors, start camping over there easily. And yeah, they can follow that. So basically, as I said, easy transport for every single person on Flood. So the whole map is basically balanced. It took me quite a while to balance this whole map, but I finally managed to figure it out, and it's balanced now. So it's balanced for both sides, and it can be very fun. So even if the map is very large, actually still the action will be still very fast paced, so you don't need to worry about that. So basically, some extra notes about the game type. For Flood will have increased movement speed, so they'll be able to walk fast, and they'll have thruster pack as well. But yes, I can fly over map, so I won't use that much here at least. But anyway, also, I forgot what I want to say. What do I want to say? Oh yeah. So yeah, for game time will be 12 minutes long. So that's enough to kill every single person in the map, definitely. Maybe a little bit too much, but yeah, it's really fun. It'll be very fast paced, even though. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this walkthrough of my map, and I want you guys to type in the comment section below if you enjoy this map and if you think it's cool. So I've done a lot of effort to balance this map out. Even though it is a big map, it is huge. Huge, humongous. So yeah, I do need to test this. I do want to actually play this map with some other people, because I really do want to play this map. But anyway, when Halo 5 Guardians releases, I'll definitely remake this map once more. And with the next gen abilities, I can of course improve this map even more, because this is definitely a cool map, and I can definitely make sequel maps to this even. Yeah, I can make a sequel to this easily. So anyway, this is Bastard Hours, and I hope you enjoyed. I will see you guys later. Goodbye.